Have you ever been sitting at your desk and just wondered, what would happen if I put wheels on a snowmobile? Hey everyone, I am Josh with Motorcycle and Powersports News, and this is the Can-Am Ryker. Now this is the 900cc version, and I've had a chance to spend a fair bit of time with this thing. So the first thing that I guess I will say on this is Can-Am has gone after a completely different audience with this, but they haven't neglected the people that you might consider the core audience for this. This is something that anyone can get on and ride. There's no hand controls, there's no clutch. It is simply go, stop. That's it. It's about as simple as your car. You don't even need to put your foot down at a traffic light. So in that, Can-Am has made this, like I said, so anyone can get on that. And they've gone for an audience that wouldn't typically be the power sports or motorcycle crowd. When you look at the numbers of who these have gone to, it's largely been women and other groups that you just don't find on two wheels typically. To me, that is awesome. Anytime we can get more people involved in just anything power sports, that just makes us that much stronger as a group. I absolutely love it. If you're a leader bike person and you're looking for something that's going to keep up with maybe your leader bike friends or even your 600cc friends, this probably is not it. Now, I want to say that with a little bit of caveat though, because this thing is a huge amount of fun. This right hand grip here that twists, it literally is directly proportionate to the smile on your face. If you just pin it, you get a little bit of a squeal out of the back tire and you go. It is hilariously fun. So with it being three wheels, it handles a little bit differently, I guess I would say. As a motorcycle guy, if I want to turn to the right, I'm used to pushing with my right. If you push a little bit with your right on this, it's going left. Took me a little bit to get used to. For 99% of the people that are jumping onto this for the first time, it's not going to be an issue because they think right, pull right, they're going to go right. It's that easy. And that's what makes it great for the entry-level people. Like I said, for people like me, it is still super fun. I did have the opportunity to take it out in the miles and push it a little bit. Now, the thing that I will tell you about it that's both a good and a bad thing is that the nannies, or traction control system / skid correction, kicks in pretty early. You don't have to push it too hard for it to get a little grumpy on you and say, nope, I'm bringing you back straight. In the same sense, for probably 95% of the people that are going to get on this, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing because it gives you the confidence that, hey, if you get in a little over your head, it should be able to bring you right back to where you need to be. So some of the things that I noticed as both good and bad in terms of the other parts of the handling with this is the good part is stability. You can just go anywhere and do anything you want to with this and not think twice about it. The bad things that I found is it's a little softly sprung and it comes unraveled fairly quickly if you up that pace a little bit. Especially two up, you're going to bottom out if you hit some big bumps. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some aftermarket items out there to up the rear spring rate and things of that nature. If you ride a lot two up, not a huge concern for most riders, but something to look at if you are going to be doing that. Now, one of the things that's always going to be subjective on this is how it looks. To me, I like the looks of it. It's got that little bit of a rebel. It shouldn't look like a motorcycle because it's not. It's got handlebars and great. And there's some styling cues that you could tell it's taken from some bikes that do have the forward controls in that. And I like that. But I think they did a great job in terms of making this look pretty good. On top of that, there's some other items like the way that the front spindle, the way the hub comes through the steering knuckle there, really, really looks cool. In terms of front ends in that, let's talk about the brakes. The brakes, I found to be pretty good on this. If you stand on the binders from 70 miles an hour, it hauls you down in a hurry. There's also an ABS system to it too, which made sure that it stayed controlled and everything of that nature. Once again, for 95% of the riders that are going to be on this, it's perfect. Let's talk about the power plant, because I talked about how this is the directly proportional to the smiles that you're going to get. This being the 900cc version has a 3-cylinder engine. It lets out a great growl. It's just got this cool noise. It's soft. You're not going to annoy anyone, but it's got a growl to it. It's got that 3-cylinder growl. Now, what's weird about it is the fact that this being a CVT transmission, it growls and it kind of stays consistent. What's interesting about that is in a lot of cases, you kind of feel like you're going faster than you really are. That's a good thing on this, to be honest with you. It stays around 5,000 or 6,000 RPM. That growl noise sounds pretty fast. You look down, you're doing 55, 60 miles an hour. To me, it's just another one of those things that raises that fun factor with this. Will it go faster than that? Yes. Is it enjoyable there? Sure. But really, it's in that sweet spot, 55 to 65 mile an hour range on those backcountry roads. This is a ton of fun. On top of that, riding around in town, it was great too, because I could go through 50 stoplights and this never started to hurt. I never had to put my feet down. I just sat there looking around at people who are staring at me because they have no idea what I'm riding. That is the last thing I'll talk about in terms of the cool factor with it. This thing, I got to be honest with you, I was skeptical initially. I was like, sure, I'll ride it. I mean, I'll ride anything or drive anything that you give me the keys to. But I was a bit skeptical. When I got a few miles under it, I was hooked. This thing is an absolute riot. Not only because of the way it rides, not only because of the acceleration that it has, but also because of the looks and the smiles that you get. Part of that could have been because of the big grin on my face also. So how do I sum up the Can-Am Ryker? It's pretty simple. I said it before, if you're looking to go out and ride with your leader bike friends, this is not it. If you are looking for an absolute hoot of a time, pretty much no matter what you're doing, be it in town, back roads, wherever, this is pretty tough to beat in terms of the smiles per mile. 2 thumbs up for sure. I'm Josh Troche. Thanks again for watching. We will catch you with another one later.